This tutorial covers uploading images to your photo gallery, and before we get started you'll want to make sure that the images that you are using are landscape rather than portrait, and they measure 900 by 600 pixels wide at 72 pixels per inch resolution. That way it'll keep everything consistent with the images that are already in there. You can, however, put a portrait image in with all of these. It's just going to make that particular row out of sync with all the rest of the images that are in there. So 900 by 600, 72 pixels per inch resolution. Use whatever favorite graphics program you have to optimize those as JPEGs, and let's get started. I'm at your login for your WordPress dashboard. I'm using my credentials. You'll use yours when you get to the back end. I like going up here to the upper left hand corner where it says Blue Fork Design and Consulting and click on Visit Site, and that's going to give you the perspective of the person actually visiting your site. I find it a lot easier to navigate visually rather than using the menus and going to the pages and looking at the page names rather than the physical pages. This particular tutorial is covering the photo gallery, so I'm going to click on Gallery here in the main navigation, and then click on Enable Visual Builder up here in the toolbar over on the left, and then that's going to put this entire page into edit mode using the Divi Visual Builder. And if you scroll down and mouse over these different regions, you'll see that you're presented with these toolbars. So I'm going to go to Module Settings, this little gear right here. And before I get started with uploading a new image, I wanted to point out the fact that you can rearrange these photos. And if you add new photos and you want those to be at the top, you can simply add them and then drag them to the top. And I can show you here. I can just grab one of these and move it. And if you were to do that and then hit this check mark here and then save it, the whole entire thing, then that would make that photo stay right there. But I'm going to move it back for now. So I'm not going to actually add anything permanently. I'm just going to grab something randomly off my hard drive. So you want to click here to add a new image, and you'll go to Upload Files and then Select Files, and then from your hard drive you'll find the photo you want to use. I'm just going to use this for the sake of this demonstration. Click on Open, and that's going to add that to the photo gallery, and you don't have to do anything with any of this. Just totally disregard all of these check marks. Those are just showing you the ones that are already there. You can add alt text here if you wanted. Give it some informative description, like in this particular instance it'd be a kayak, and then click on Select, and you'll notice that it adds this image right here. And then if you wanted to move that around, you could, and then you would click on this to close that particular dialog box, and then the three dots at the bottom, you'll click on that. When it expands, you'll come over here to the far right and click on the Save button, and then it's going to add this image to the back end, and will then be visible to all visitors coming to your website. So I'm going to take that back out because that's going to look kind of silly there with the kayak in there. So you just click on that trash can, click on that check mark to save it and back out of that, and then save again, and then you're back to normal. But you'll notice that all of these are landscape rather than portrait, and I've optimized them beforehand to be 900 pixels wide by 600 pixels tall, 72 pixels per inch resolution. And usually with all graphics packages you have the capability of optimizing the quality as well. So I wouldn't shoot for the very best quality. You can back it off. I think Photoshop has like 1 to 12, something like that. I would put it at 8. That way you're making the file size a little smaller without experiencing any degradation in quality. So it's kind of a trade-off when it comes to the web. It's not like print media. You want print media to be the very highest resolution it can be, but all screens only have the capability of representing 72 pixels per inch resolution. So making it higher resolution or larger in size than 900 by 600 is simply going to make the image file size larger and take longer to download. And when you're talking about a page that has several photos on it, you want those to be optimized as well as possible. That's it for now. Make sure you save. If you don't and you try to back out of any of this stuff, it will give you a dialog box and let you know that you're about ready to leave that page. So I'm logging out now, and that's it. If you have any questions, send me an email, webconsultant@live.com, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions.